Yet again, the PaddyPower.com Derby has provided some of the greatest racing action imaginable. Tonight we saw 8 heats won in tremendous fashion by the 8 respective heat winners. Of course, Pat Buckley had 5 winners, so where do we start? Well, we have to mention TYRUR GIOVANNI, who went fastest of his lot. He was very impressive in beating the hot favourite Fate Point Man in Heat 4.
Clear to the bend from 1 on the inside, Broadacre's Turbo, and heading into the third bend, and it's 4 out front here, TYRUR GIOVANNI from 1 Broadacre's Turbo, 5 Fate Point Man and 3 Droopy's Lee just in behind them, but turning for home and up the straight, it's number 4 TYRUR GIOVANNI, trapped the line, wins it from 5 Fate Point Man in second. It could be 6 Corporate Attack gets third, and look at the clock, it's 29:45.
Well, Pat, 5 runners in the third round of the Derby, 5 winners. You've had worse nights.
Yeah, but that's a great night, super night, great night. Nights like this you remember, but it just ran well, ran out of skins out of them.
Now, we spoke to PJ Fahey before TYRUR GIOVANNI's run. He did the fastest run for you, 29:40 odd. A nice touch tonight, 6-1. He was scarcely in traps.
Yeah, PJ lumped on him, I said to PJ, there's big runs coming out of this dog. He's been wrong and he's coming right. And he's got a very serious chance of winning the Derby now, this dog, with the pace he's showing up. He has a big squeak now, this dog. He could win the Derby, this GIOVANNI.
Of course, earlier in the evening, Slip the Lark and Droopy's Knoll had set up a magnificent 5-timer for Buckley, and that 5-timer was finished with College Causeway in the final heat. He took a big bump at the first bend, but he came through in that magnificent swashbuckling style of his.
Cedo Blue making ground on the inside, goes second. College Causeway now moves into third around the bottom bend, and out front it's 4 Contador. Now here comes College Causeway to challenge, and off the final bend it's College Causeway on the outside. Now steaming to the front, College Causeway. It's 5 for Pat Buckley tonight. 6 College Causeway the winner, second is 4 Contador, and third number 1 Macedo Blue, the time 29:81.
Came from a long way off the pace again to win. He's a dog with just unending pace.
Yeah, he's just a legend, he comes up to the bend, doesn't come out as quick tonight, gets turned completely sideways at the bend. He must have been 10 behind after second, 4th, comes through the field to win, and he's become main top class dog. He's just something else, he's just unreal, the dog. If he stays in one piece and gets a run, he's going to take an awful lot beating.
Of the non-Pat Buckley trained winners, the fastest was MAGNA Venture in Heat 6. He faced some very stiff opposition, most notably Fat Boys Nodrug in 4 and Shane Boy Lee in 6, but with the inside draw, MAGNA Venture was to prevail.
Shane Boy Lee, Fat Boys Nodrug trying to get between them, but into the back straight now it's won the leader, MAGNA Venture from Shane Boy Lee, checks at that point. Now Cash and Legend challenges on the outside, turning for home, it's 1 MAGNA Venture, 5 Cash and Legend, and up the straight, 1 MAGNA Venture the winner, second is 5 Cash and Legend, and third number 6 Shane Boy Lee, the time another very smart run, 29:59.
Well, there's no doubt what greyhound is getting the most vocal support in this year's Derby. It's SCOLARI Medaddy, one of the youngest challengers remaining in the competition. Owned by the Glamour Paws Syndicate, he was a hugely impressive winner of Heat 7.
And off to go, and it's a pretty level start. Is 3 Carib King the leader, but there it goes on the inside. SCOLARI Medaddy shows lovely early pace, leads around the corner from 5 Royal Tornado and 3 Carib King into the third bend, and it's SCOLARI Medaddy by a length and a half. 5 Royal Tornado running a big race in second, but SCOLARI is opening up again, and after the final bend it's 2 SCOLARI Medaddy races on to win it. Second is 5 Royal Tornado, and 6th Global Hope runs another big race, the time 29:68.
Well, we're now down to the last 24 greyhounds in the PaddyPower.com Irish Derby. We're after seeing the 8 third round heats, and tonight, Stephen, some very impressive performances, most notably though from Pat Buckley. 5 runners in the third round and 5 winners.
Yeah, that's an astonishing performance for Pat. I'm delighted for him, and I can't recall that ever occurring, and 5 from 5 is it's his night tonight. It's his night. He's got his 5 greyhounds through. TYRUR GIOVANNI being the quickest, doing the 29:45 second run. That was an exceptional performance. Completely overturned the form with Fate Point Man on last week's running, but rounded off beautifully with College Causeway doing another exhibition display. What a greyhound, great greyhound, and a superb training performance by Pat. Superb training performance.
No doubt College Causeway will remain favourite overnight. I no doubt he'll be a relatively short price favourite, but those that were just behind him in the betting prior to today, well, a few were beaten. The likes of Shane Boy Lee got beaten, ran third, Fate Point Man was beaten, also St. Louis Spirit. 3 hot pots that were turned over. They're still there though. You're not going to take too much out of those defeats tonight, I'm sure.
No, a lot of luck is required now. I think the draw is going to play a major part. Shane Boy Lee probably had a poor draw tonight. Did well to get through, finished third, got crowded at first, second and third corners, but still he's still in it. Fay Point Man was, I think, just blown away by TYRUR GIOVANNI's early. That was sensational early pace from that greyhound. And St. Louis Spirit, one of these nights it was going to happen where he was going to miss the break. One note I must mention, very sad to see, and I would just want to pass on my wishes to the connections and the Paul Hennessy camp for you know the injury that was sustained by Barefoot Bolt in the first, and also you know that just sort of like puts everything into perspective.
Well, as expected, the quarter-final draw for the PaddyPower.com Derby has thrown up some very interesting clashes, most notably that of College Causeway and Shelbourne Lee in the opening heat. College Causeway will wear the black jacket of 4, while Shelbourne Lee will race in the stripes. Another contest of real note is Heat 2. Here Slip the Lark takes on the likes of TYRUR GIOVANNI, St. Louis Spirit and Cash and Legend, and that could go any way.